Hey superstar, one of the most powerful questions that we ask ourselves pretty much every day, maybe if you're a light worker, is that why do we exist? What's the meaning of life? We all have this really powerful question, and it leads us to specific outcomes. I mean, you asking yourself that question might have led you to this video. Maybe you said it years ago, months ago, and then you started to learn more about spirituality. You manifested spirituality and your awakening and things like that, which led you to this very video that you're watching here right now. Now, I used to ask myself this question quite a lot, what's the meaning of life? And it led me to spirituality. It led me to finding the movie The Secret. It led me to diving into the third eye and doing things like ayahuasca. And so for me, I felt very troubled about life. I felt ungrounded. I didn't know why I was here. I didn't feel any belonging being here. I felt like I was a lone soldier here on planet Earth and nobody understood me. And so this can be the same for a lot of light workers, a lot of light warriors, starseeds, people who are into spirituality, growing and becoming their greatest version. So by the end of this video, I'm going to show you the 3 things you agreed to before you were born that will help you find deep meaning here on planet Earth in this reality and help you create a really empowered reality going forward. And you can move forward with strength and a sense of personal power in terms of how you function in this particular reality. So the first thing I want to share with you, let's take a look at the word light worker. You're a worker for the light. Light warrior, you're a warrior for the light. You are here to bring light into what we call dark. So one of the main reasons, one of the main agreements you made before you came here is to actually heal. Not necessarily to heal others, but to heal thyself and get back to purity, because that's what you came from. In this world, we're born, and as we're born, we get conditioned. And when we get conditioned, the ego starts to think a particular way. And then we have things like religion, different cultures, and we look at and perceive people differently. We behave differently to different people, and all of these things happen. And so the ego is now running our reality. Now, if we were taught how to be light workers from birth, things will be completely different. And so it's our job to begin healing our mindset, healing our psychology, healing our emotions, healing all aspects of ourselves so we get closer and closer to being more of the light, more positive thoughts, more positive emotions, so that we can again bring more light into the world. We can take one look at our external reality, and it's controlled by what we call Archons. Archons are beings that don't have empathy. They don't have emotions like us. They don't feel bad about things like us. In fact, they get huge amounts of pleasure out of making other people feel bad. And so that's why we have megalomaniacs, which are people who are all about money, power, and control. These people are all about controlling and manipulating the world, and making puppets and sheep out of human beings. They do not care about how you feel or how you're affected financially or anything like that. These beings may not be human, I don't know. They look like they're human, or maybe there's energy attached to them. I don't know how exactly it works, but this Archon energy has no empathy, no emotion. So it's basically the opposite to an empath. And so imagine the opposite to who you are. Now these people, they get huge pleasure, again, from making people feel like crap. They feed off of it. It's their fuel. And so in their reality, then they're actually not doing anything wrong. So if you were to step into their shoes, they're actually doing the right thing for them. And so the conversation is not, why are these people so bad? The conversation is, what's going on, right? The conversation is stepping into their shoes and ask yourself, if you were someone that didn't have any emotion and you didn't care about anyone apart from yourself, that's what you would do. That's how you would function in our reality. And so it's not our job to focus on them in a negative way. We're supposed to bring light into things. And so that's how you shine light on darkness. And then you can now focus back on yourself and heal your perceptions on other people. Example, the Archons. So these people are megalomaniacs. These people are narcissists. These people are sociopaths, psychopaths, and things like this. Okay, they show up in different ways in our reality, and it's my belief that someone who is in that energy can be healed. They can change, but it takes them doing some really rough stuff like iboga, which is like a plant medicine, or ayahuasca, which is another one. Very strong medicines which alters their psychology, bringing them back to the love and the light. But most of them are not willing to get help. Most of them are not willing to do things like that. Again, because they only care about themselves. So the first reason why we're here is to heal ourselves, heal our perceptions on reality, and bring light to this reality. And so energetically, we're healing everything. We're healing and raising the vibration of the planet. Why is there darkness on the planet? Why is there polarity in this reality? I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not sure why there's the opposite. I'm not sure why there's the darkness. But what I do know is that I'm here to help heal that. And I'm not focused on the darkness. I'm focused on myself and healing myself and growing and expanding so I can bring more light into the world through my voice, through my videos, through connecting with people, and just learning and growing and expanding and becoming a greater version of myself. I have a deeper meaning to life because I feel like I'm connected to a source, and the source is love and light. And as I work through that, energy, it makes me feel very empowered and like I'm supposed to be here. It feels like a mission in a way. So that's what you kind of have to find for yourself and realize the agreement that you did come here to heal. The second thing that you agreed to when you came here before you were born is to experience the negative. Some really hard things have happened to me personally, but when I choose to look at it in different perspectives, I can take tools, I can take experiences, I can take lessons out of these negative experiences and use them to facilitate my growth. And it keeps on happening over and over and over again, where I'll attract a client to work with and they've been through something similar to what I've been through, and so I'm able to help them just like that and bring them into the light. It's almost like I can use my own experience to help other people grow and expand and become their greatest versions as well. And so it's understanding that there's waves of life. So there's good ups, and then there's some lows and some ups and some lows. And so from the lows, we look at it again as something that's negative, but it's very empowering to not look at it as negative, to look at it as a part of the journey, a part of the mission of life, and pulling out the resources that are within that negative experience and making it and transmuting it into something positive. Because when we can put a higher perspective on something which is low or bad, it can really change everything for us. Because the reality is, we've learned that these things are bad. We've learned that these things are negative. For example, death. That's something that a lot of people consider negative or bad. But if we can change our perspective on these things and create belief systems which align with light, it really helps our journey on this path. And so I believe that we came here as infinite beings, and you're much bigger than your human body. You're much bigger than the ego mind. You are infinite potentials. And it's just amazing when you step into that energy and realize that you are the operator of this body. You are the operator of this mind, and you get to choose. Okay, you get to choose how you want to use it, how you want to use your mind, how you want to use your psychology, how you want to use your emotions. You get to choose how you want to live out your life. Now, I understand that we can see external obstacles that we have to navigate through, but these external obstacles are not external obstacles, they're internal obstacles. Okay, and when we can shift those belief systems and we can control the inner world to see, a challenge in your life as simple as blinking your eye, that can change everything for you. So I recently been reprogramming my identity to believe that making a YouTube video is as easy as blinking an eye. So when I blink, that's making a YouTube video right there. And so the stress and the effort and all of that stuff of making the video is as easy as blinking. And so what if I could change that belief system to apply it to something else in my life, like going to the gym and working out or whatever it is? Well, it makes my day a lot easier because that's my mindset, that's my belief system, and so that's what I create. And so those experiences in your life, a lot of people, what I find is they major in minor things, meaning they put so much importance on things that don't really matter. And so we want to take our attention and focus on what's really important and major in major things perhaps. And that creates more of what we want to create in our lives. So the negative has information. The negative always has a tool to it, and we want to be able to transmute that into something positive. The third thing that we agreed to before we came here was a purpose. We agreed to some sort of mission that why we're here. And again, I believe that's to do with healing, but for you, it might be something a little bit more specific in terms of healing, because healing can show up in many different ways, shapes, and forms. And so for me, my platform and the way that I contribute is through video, because I'm passionate about it. I like it. You know, I enjoy it. When I was younger, I used to make music. You know, I used to make beats and I used to edit and all this stuff. And so it kind of ties in with making videos because you have to edit and do all this stuff with it. And so I'm just into technology. I'm into computers. I'm into all of this stuff. And so I'm passionate about it. And so I'm applying healing to like making videos and doing YouTube and speaking and the law of attraction and manifesting and spirituality and all of these things. So we have to match our purpose. Our purpose is usually something that we do naturally and easily and align it with a passion, something that we're really passionate about. And so we want to make our full-time job finding out what your purpose is. Because when you can do that, things just align. You know, when you're after that and you're focused on that, things just align. It just seems to work out for you because you're in tune with your template and why you are here. And from my own personal experience, the growth and the expansion from following your purpose, following your mission is dramatic, and it's so worth it, and it's so fulfilling. You growing, expanding, learning more about yourself, helping others, contributing to the world in the way that you is aligned with source, with your mission, with your soul. So I want to invite you to listen to your soul. What is your soul saying about this reality? And listen that you agree to the pain, you agree to the negative, you agree to heal, you agree to find your purpose. It's not that I'm just saying this stuff. If you really feel into the soul, the core of who you are, this should resonate with you on a really powerful level. So comment below what you thought about this video, and also check out my free training in the description where I share with you how to get unstuck, how to shatter fear, and how to get rid of the old self, how to eliminate the old self so you can manifest more money, more success, more happiness, and more intimacy with yourself and others. Really powerful training. The link's in the description. And check this video out right here on creating unstoppable belief. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.